Animal Planet. Sit, stay.
Without a doubt, your family is very, very helpful in recovering something as challenging as cancer. But I also believe the other things in life, your pets, flowers, walk out in the woods, all of these things also are vitally important to overcome great adversities, particularly challenges like cancer.
Former Navy pilot Bill Goss and Rocky the Flying Squirrel, both remarkable, both survivors. Jacksonville, Florida is home to the Goss family. Bill, Peggy, Christy, and Brian, and their pets.
Come on in, Mom. Hey, here you go.
Can catch you. I think you should play basketball.
We have this turtle right here. We have Mitten, our rabbit. Rocky. We have Rocky, Peanut. Our flying squirrel. Peanut, the two snakes, and we used to have an iguana.
We used to have another rabbit, too.
He's got the nut in you.
Rocky and I have a very strong bond. I never would have thought that rodents could be particularly intelligent, but Rocky has shown me, Rocky recognizes me definitely over other people.
But a grape, want a grape too?
From the time he was a child, Bill Goss has been a true lover of animals, both large and small. Little Rocky arrived into the perfect home. Bill earned his wings as a Navy pilot in 1980.
My first interest in being a pilot was when I was a small boy and I saw this vest in my grandfather's closet. And he told me how it had been given to him in 1918 by the Red Cross, and it is an Army Signal Corps pilot's vest. And then when I became a pilot 20 years ago, he actually inscribed my name on it, and he inscribed his name on it, and the dates on when we both got our wings. I flew the P-3 Orion for 3.5 years.
He also became a flight instructor, and later an officer of the deck aboard a nuclear aircraft carrier.
I got the opportunity in 1995 to break the sound barrier with a friend of mine in an F-18 Hornet, and that was sensational.
But the day after the biggest triumph of his life, he got the worst news imaginable. A cyst behind his ear, first considered harmless, was anything but.
And I'll never forget Dr. Bob Fisher, and he said, "You have cancer. You could be dead in 6 months." And I looked him in the eyes, and he looked immediately down at the ground. He would not look me in the eyes. And that's when I realized that he didn't believe that I could be dead in 6 months, but I think he believed that I would be dead in 6 months.
I was just believing it on one level, but it was just too bizarre to me. I mean, he just seems like the healthiest person I can think of, so I just thought there's something wrong.
I had a tumor, approximately 1 billion highly malignant cancer cells, 1 inch from my brain.
I mean, it was just like, you know, cut off that ear, but just let's get started. He was very, very impatient to have the surgery.
I got tremendous support out of my family, my wife, my children, my parents, my brothers and sisters, and my friends. Right after 12 hours of surgery was done on my face, neck, and shoulder, there was some unbelievable scarring. I looked like Frankenstein.
I just remember we came home and he had like a towel wrapped around his head. And I don't really remember anything else because we didn't really go to the hospital with him. We stayed at our friends' houses, but
yeah, we just didn't really understand how bad the case was and everything.
I had a very low chance of surviving malignant melanoma.
He was young. He had a family. He was sick. Little did Bill Goss know that this cute little creature would play such an instrumental role in his recovery.
Look at that. Look at that. That's Rocky, you are so cute.
Hold on tight. A Pet Story will be right back on Animal Planet.
On the next Crocodile Hunter, it's Steve's most dangerous adventure.
They're coming from every angle!
A special collection of the Croc Hunter's most death-defying moments, all in one action-packed episode. Don't miss it this Sunday at 9 p.m., only on Animal Planet.
We now return to A Pet Story.
It was 1994. Navy pilot Bill Goss was given a 1% chance of survival after going through traumatic surgery to treat his cancer. Bill found comfort in his pets, and one in particular bonded him to veterinarian John Rossi. Snakes. Dr. Rossi is a leading expert on these reptiles.
A few of these crossing the road when you were trying to land jets out in
Corpus Christi, Texas?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Whatever happened to that big canebrake rattlesnake that one of your friends picked up?
We ended up releasing him in your backyard. No, just kidding.
One of the animals snakes prey on is the flying squirrel. Ironically, it was John Rossi who found Rocky and decided to give him to Bill.
Well, at the time, we had several flying squirrels, and Bill had come over to visit one time, and he seemed fascinated by Rocky.
And Rocky had fallen out of a tree, was destined to die. And I, in a way, had fallen out of a tree also.
When we found out, he was pretty sick, and, we thought, well, why don't we try giving him one of these flying squirrels? He seemed to be real interested, and maybe take his mind off of things. And maybe it'll help take his mind off of things. And we never imagined it would work the way it did.
He just basically said, Bill, we really think that you could help this little squirrel out. Come on. And but in reality, I think he knew that that little squirrel could really help me out, because I was going through a very, very tough time. I had some wonderful surgeons, some wonderful oncologists, but maybe it was a veterinarian that brought me the best medicine of all, Rocky. A gold mine of walnuts to eat. And it was just a marvel to see this tiny fur ball staring at you. Rocky, as a baby, could make anybody's heart melt.
Flying squirrels actually are very gregarious animals in most cases. They have been known to be excellent pets for a long time. It's not that people really go out looking for flying squirrels as pets, but in many cases a tree gets chopped down, or one lands in a street or something and gets knocked out. Especially the young ones, when they're retrieved as juveniles, have a tendency to get attached to their owners. They do have quite a bit of personality. They seem to be very comfortable riding around in your pocket, and because of that, because they're cute with the large black eyes, and because they do have a personality and they do ride around in your pocket, they tend to be very well accepted as pets.